Howdy YouTube, this is Serptonius and we're starting it up again. Right where we left off in the last episode, like I said we would. We're headed back to our base, and if we can explore a little bit on the way, great. If not, that's fine too. Just need to get back to the base with all these goodies that we've accumulated along the way. Like to see these grasslands. Definitely prefer that to the mountainous areas. I got something ahead on our radar. Since we're just starting up the episode, if there's a little bit of stuff to the left or right, we'll zig and zag over. Also, we need to make sure that we give a little bit of time for the sun to catch up. At this part of the planet, this is going to be early morning. So I actually really like this crash ship. I wish I knew which it was, so I could turn it into it. Guy scared me again. This guy, let me tell you, always see him, think he's a big nasty monster. He is not. He is not a problem whatsoever. So looking for a way in. There we go. Oh, that's funny. Jump right through the bottom of it. So gonna be in a pickle here before too long. That is fuel tank. We'll definitely get that. Don't have too much room to loot too much. These thrusters here are going to be fantastic. A little bit later on, all of these guys. That looks like a regular RCS, not a tier 2, but that's fine. I will take that gladly. Let's see, jump over here. Okay. Get through this thing at some point here. Do not really want those, but I'd rather take them than leave them just in case I don't get back this way anytime soon. This guy's got rifle upgrade kit. That's a good one to have. Definitely. See, I really would. This is a nice compact design. So this is a medical station. We will get one of those later on our base, but if you notice that takes care of a lot of different ills that you may have. Just to be different, come down on this side, see if there's anything else over here. Okay, lots of different stuff. Oh, okay, detox kit, antibiotic injection. Collapse that down. There's something up there. Yes, we want more pumpkins. That is a definite thing. So gonna go ahead. Mobility boost, I'm not a huge fan. Heavy armor, I will definitely take that. See, another mobility boost, insulation boost, not a problem on this planet. And a few more items in here to loot. Oh man. Okay. That jetpack, I could just about use that to get around. It's not anything. Okay, I will leave the plates for later. That looks like another RCS behind there. It jumped way out of there. While we're looking, let's see if there's anything down in this side. No, nothing we can get down to that way. Here's electronics. Take that, and a computer. What can we leave behind? The Xeno substrate. I will never use that. We'll just collect and clutter my inventory. Okay. As I say, I really would like to see what this vehicle looks like built up. Might just figure out how to pop this into creative and clean it up just so I could see what it looks like fully done up, because this I kind of like it. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I was going to dig it out and see what's down there. I've had the structural integrity kick off too many times and leave me with a busted vessel. So I will pass on that. But yeah, I like that compact, stocky design. These, I definitely want to come back here with a vehicle with some carrying capacity and a core. And I'll put my own core in it and loot that guy. That is a wonderful thing. So 47 minutes, not a whole lot of time left. I do have those. Ooh, Promethium deposit. Okay, so this one is protected. The other ones that we've run across so far have not been. So get as close to him as I can. I don't see anyone else around. Have to be very careful. I don't see any other Xerax around except for him. He's just patrolling the Promethium deposit like an idiot. I've used up all of my stamina. Okay. Down below the line. If you can get the nose, if you can shoot the nose, it does a lot of extra points of damage. That wasn't a great idea. I'll get rid of these, I think. Yes. So got rid of him so I can come back and get this Promethium deposit right here. That's great. Pick up a little bit of pentaxid. Don't want to go too far from my vehicle either. Again, trying to keep my head on the swivel, look around. So I'm not surprised. There is different bugs, Xerax, all kinds of stuff that inhabit this area. So I am a little bit over temperature. You see that in the top right, 125 out of 78. Don't want that to get too much higher. That's actually about as high as I want it to be. So I don't want to stay right there. That's what I was looking for. Right there. And resource drill. And you hear that thumping and the noise, that's an audio indicator that you're out of stamina. So, doing good so far. Picked up some heavy armor. So the reason why I like the heavy armor is I can fit in a bunch of those multi-boosts that we saw earlier. I'm a big fan of the multi-boost. It does quite well. Okay, so we got, again, have to be careful. This vehicle does not go over water. Luckily we haven't caught that. Looking at the radars, we're flying through. I don't see any more of the promethium deposits on the surface like we did earlier. Don't see anyone else though either, so I will take that as well. Quite okay, Xerax to the south. I'm gonna push my luck a little bit. There's a spider there. I don't know if you saw him. Zoomed away from him quickly. Okay, that big box up there is the mainframe. And generally, oh wow, I didn't notice that. So we going right through the different Xerax areas. That big box up there, that's kind of an interesting POI to go through. The comm array, I don't think... Oh, there's a spider. Getting away from him quickly. There's a patrol. Zoom on by. Don't need any of that. Another patrol. Again. Whoa! Radar station. Again, we just want to zoom on by. I think that one is protected pretty well. Some more patrols on the ground. Fortifications. We want no part of any of that. Lots of patrols there on the ground. Don't know why they're not shooting at me, but I will take it gladly. We're still in the Xerax territory. There's a patrol right there who just popped up. More bugs and nasties. Nice grassland here. So this is nice area. You've got plenty of room to dodge and weave. And we're coming in on some more water. Well, okay. So we're outside the Xerax area. So I'm going to take a stock of what we're looking at. So comm ray and 2 fortifications that we were able to see. There may be more beyond that. So I'm going to zoom down just a little bit this way to uncover a little bit more of the map. Don't want to dilly-dally too much, but I do want to see how far south this Xerax zone goes. So we're out of it already. So that tells me that. So that's probably the center of it right there. Again, there's another one to the west, so we'll head that way. Ancient Watchtower. Don't remember this one. I don't think I've actually seen this one before. So a lot of these don't have anything in them at all. They're just here for show. So I'm going... But I will spend a few moments in here to look around. I see nothing. maybe if I had a small vessel, I could come in from the top and check the roof out. Okay, so that is a very impressive mountain range. Well, I guess let's skirt the southern piece of it. A nice wide open area over here. Would like to make it back to our base and take stock of the loot that we got. Probably in the next episode, I will be building a hover vessel that has some carrying capacity. This guy obviously does not. But as you can see, even in this far remote place, there's plenty of resource rocks around that we don't need to worry about mining too bad. I'd really like to get at least a couple auto miners on the go, so we can start getting our resources coming in at a regular interval, and not having to quite spend so much time digging them out by hand. I also, so again, want to try to focus in on the auto miners rather than mining the resources. You absolutely can mine the resources if you'd like. It's just a personal preference of mine. Again, I'm in single player, so I'm not fighting other people trying to rush and get all the resources out. If I was in a multiplayer server, I'd be much more inclined to dig everything out that I can find when I find it. Probably would have figured out a way to get a portable constructor built so I could put a core in that last guy, and then try to figure out how to get those engines out right now rather than leave them for a next opportunity. So really not seeing anything on the radar at all. We'll definitely need to come back. So again, with a hover vessel with a detector that has a wider range, it'll uncover more. I think the only thing that I'm uncovering right now is with my personal detector, which has a very limited range. And the small vessel has a even greater range detector. See if I'm coming up on, yes, beginning to come up on known territory here. Let's see, yes, I can make it through here. And made it back with a wonderful collection of resources. Lots of promethium, lots of power packs that we picked up as well. So that's all wonderful stuff. Let's see, check the map again. Yeah, pretty much just coming straight on home. Nothing not very eventful from this point on. Really expected a lot more stuff. Must be because we don't have a detector on this guy yet. That it's... Come on. That it is really not explored some, cleared, opened up some stuff, but didn't quite. We did make a circumnavigation of the planet, so that is good news. Good news. There's quite a bit of Xerax presence to the east of us, so we'll have to keep that in mind. Let's see, since we are here, no reason not to check the crate. Yeah, we did indeed. Just make sure that we got everything that we could. And here's our base. So awesome. Still don't have a base attack yet. Let's see, can I pull in here? Started to park out there, but I'm like, well, let me see if I can snuggle in a little bit closer. And so we really don't have any room. Let's put these away, that away. See, we did get some spoiled food even with that. So we've got another pumpkin, some corn, and some FX. That'll give us plant protein directly, which is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. So in here, in the out, I'm gonna put the heavy armor and the jetpack boost. And on the in, put ores, magnesium, pentaxid, yep, computer or restrooms, ascosium. I think you need 5 to make a some more spoiled food. I think you need 5 to make a an ingot, so not quite there. I do have a little bit of ammo. I generally just keep all of that in there. Oh, I need the projectile rounds, shotgun. Let's keep all that in there. And there was some spoiled food. We do want to go ahead and pick our vegetables. It's 10, that's a good amount. Quite good indeed. Okay. So we made it back. Let's see, what do we want to do next? Well, kind of expected the base attacks to finally start. They have not. They are turned on to hard, but not seeing them yet. So, next thing. Let's go up. We want to make... I know I don't need to come up here, but I always just have a habit. Want to get the hover vessel starter going. No, the constructor was left on. That's bad me. Want to get, I guess, just the steel blocks. Well, let's see. Let's start at the other end. We're going to want a detector, a wireless connection, generator, fuel tank, cockpit. Let's do 3 RCS, minimum of 4 of these. And let's go ahead and do the thruster mediums. Let's do 4. That'll give us 1 in each direction. It's very minimal start. And queue up maybe 100 blocks. Okay. And again, for definitely the beginning part, you want to try to make sure that your vegetable farms, your fruits, all that is picked as much as it can be, and it's kept. So what do we need? Oh, we need one of the other things that I made last episode that I didn't even think about is we do need some water on the go. Where was all those? I put them back in here, didn't I? Yep, they're in here. Let's take about half of them. How is the power doing in this station? 33 minutes, so that's not good. So let's just put those in there. So you see that filled it up a lot better than a equivalent amount of take half of that. An equivalent, well, there. An equivalent amount of the biofuel does. So I don't have a lot of energy right now. We do have those. So I'm just going to run on down to the... is that picked? No, that is now. Again, just picking it up so I can get the experience, as well as fruits and veg on the go. Out of resources. Natural sweetener. I see some spices. You will notice that this area, it's classified as forest, even though it's really not. The trees have all been pruned back. I've picked up a bunch of them, gone through and harvested them. Still have not run across the fire moss scrapings. So I was going to show you guys what those look like. Again, they're hard to see. This big guy here is the confetti moss scrapings. Fire moss is normally close by, but hard to see. Bunch of vegetables here. Since we're here, go ahead and pick up some resources. I think I see one of each, a copper, iron, and silicon. And over here was a silicon. And this guy, I'm not sure whether he's going to create a problem or not. Picked up some grain. Here he is. He is going to create a... Again, really like the shotgun. Big fan. Huge fan. I'm going to need to make sure that I make some more shotgun ammo when I get back. Just to make sure that I have enough. So, want to put down... There it is. Sitting behind the microphone. I want to put down this guy. This will give us some water. This one will last 2.5 hours, which is not bad. Source quality 80%, so that's pretty good numbers. So that'll just hum along and make some resources. We need those for the to make more of the growing plots. Need that to make some of the different food items. So just all around, we need it. So that that was not there, even though it looked like it was. And again, in single player, I really like that paint scheme because you can see it way off. Again, you'll see another one of the times in which I thought I was mining something and it turned out to be nothing. Here's some grain. Excuse me about that. I'm looking for that fire moss scraping. It's the confetti. I generally don't have a problem finding anywhere. You need both the fire and the confetti to make certain items. Not really seeing any, but the important thing is we got that that water purifier down. So we can start making some more grow plots. Just picking up random bits and bobs as I head back to the base, as is my habit if I'm on foot. And also why I don't do very much deep mining. I all in all fine. I don't really need to that much. Am kind of running low on food. See, do I have any left here? I do. Go ahead and top up and make a bunch more. Okay. Pick that guy up and heading back to the base. Yeah, I'm going to get all this in here. Yeah, put that in there. Milk. Cool, that's pretty good, pretty good. So I did pick up one fire moss somewhere along the way, and the confetti moss. So now, if we go to health, there's different stuff we can do, like with this one. Again, we need the purified water that we need from that lake. Fire moss, purified water. Fire moss, purified water. And this guy here, both the confetti moss and the fire moss scrapings. And this is like, this guy here is the one that I carry around most often when I can. The trauma kits. Heals 250, which is half of your health right there in one pop. And effective against just about everything. But you do need the herbal leaves, confetti moss, and the fire moss. As well as the alien thorns, which we're missing. All kinds of other fun stuff. So, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and we'll be good to go. Okay, and again, and the end-all be-all of the food items is the energy rations. Again, that requires the hot water and the hot beverage. Well, the hot beverage just does the buds, which we've got a bunch of those. Energy bars and the salamis. I think that's... So again, so with the vegetables, you can make the plant protein and vegetables, you can make the meat. So you just need the spice for that. This guy needs the plant protein, but the plant protein can be done with the vegetables. So as long as you're making a bunch of vegetables, then you should be good to go. See how our out is going. So didn't have enough to make all of the RCSs. What it looks like. So again, as long as you're pointing anywhere on the base, turn that off. That'll give me a little bit more signal growth. So we want 2 more of these guys. Turn that guy on. One of him, and I wonder how many of these guys that we're going to be able to make. So it's just the steel plate. 50 of these, maybe? So doing good. Okay. So let's get this started. Want to be out here somewhere flat. So there's a lot of bad guys to the east. Don't know if that really matters. I've seen them come in from all kinds of different directions, even if it wasn't part of it. So go ahead and build this guy right here. So that is fun. That's a bug I've seen quite often. Sometimes I've been able to fix it by getting out of the way. So it will stop drawing it. And then when you come back, sometimes it'll be it'll fix itself. It did not this time. Well, Okay. So we are going to need some more this guy multi plates. That does output 3, so we don't need to make too many of those. Okay. Speed that up. Come back and put in 30 more, right? Okay. And again, just like the base, I will retrieve these blocks around the outside. And generally try to build with these guys. There we go. And again, this is going to be a small vehicle. So again, it's going to be based on the 3x3 of that same format. So 3, and then we've got the curves. So we're going to go here. Bring these guys out. Ooh. So I've messed up. Wonder if any of you viewers at home saw that. I did not pay attention to where the arrow was pointing before I pulled up that those blocks. That is not a good thing. Luckily, it's not the end of the world. But let's just say it wasn't smart. I'll show you how to tell. Let's see, that is a bunch. Yeah. I'm like starting to second guess myself. I'm like, what? No, no. Okay. This guy. This guy. Okay, again, so that's the 3x3 base. And then, again, looking at that guy up there, we've got this. And there. Is that all that we are working? Hopefully there. There we go. Like, I sure hope there's some more of those. This guy. And again, the main point on here is we're trying to get a decent base or a decent platform built that can get us around, that's got a good carrying capacity. Okay. 3. So I need to check on that to see how... I haven't figured out a good way yet. To figure out exactly how many... or what the capacity is without putting down one of these. And so it's got a capacity of just shy of 7,000, which is not bad, but we're gonna go bigger. Not too much bigger because this is in theory, the starter guy. So if you just place down a cockpit, and without, and then you can even F4 because it's here. Pick it up and put it down a couple times. Whatever direction that this is facing, it's going to be the front of the vehicle. So I'm going to want this cockpit. And I want it right there. So still got quite a few of those guys to build. See how many more of those we can make. Again on there. Maybe 100. And well, I'm just left clicking on this one so that it turns it down. What? 4. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more of these. So how many that all made 10. So we'll make 90 more of these guys. So again, we're going to try to build this kind of using this as an overall blueprint. Whoops. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but I just did. Here. Right click, we want. Again, right click and left click are on that corner there. Yeah, rest of them look pretty good. Okay. And while I'm thinking about it, cargo box out. I don't need that guy anymore. I'm good to go. Oh, so I've got a few other items to place down while that's cooking. Up here. If you saw that in the armor locker, that's all we need right now. Go ahead and put this guy down. And put our different armors in there. 4 flailing around. It on those, and put that and that in there. So again, I would really like another multi-boost. The biggest problem with this guy is the food consumption rate. So in light armor, it's the 1.44, which is not great. Well, actually, without the boost. Yeah, it's 1.44. This guy is 1.12 down here at the bottom. 1.44 and the 1.2. This guy is got a food consumption rate of 2.07. That is bad. So not going to want to get into him because we don't want to mess with eating even more food than what we're eating right now until we get a little bit farther along in the game. Was there anything else that I have made to place up? I don't think so. So off we go to our hover vessel. Really? No, I cannot let you guys just stay here. Yeah, come on out. Come on. Chase me. Thank you. Again, a good shot to the head and those guys are gone with the shotgun. Why, I love it so. Okay. Point at the base is really all you need to do. And F4. Fridge. Cool. Do have our light on, right? Yeah. There we go. Constructor out. A few more of those. And those. Literally what I did not want to do. Can easily over jump. Come on. You can use the drone, but wobbles around so much. I'm not a huge fan. Okay, so a few more. And P, we want to go ahead and auto group. And ammo box, look at how big it is. So it's up to 8,000 storage units out of a max volume of 32. We're not going to be able to get this guy all the way up. Really? Wow. Okay. So what I'm thinking is it's come time to need the medical device. Let's see. Access. Nope. Nope. I need the constructor. Access. Base. Can I make the medical device? I can make the clone chamber. Medical devices. I just need optic fiber. And it's locked. So let's see if we can fix one thing at a time. When I go down to the base. Medical devices. Want to go ahead and unlock that. ATM. So the big thing with that is the energy matrix to make, but we picked up a bunch of those at the last place, so that is a win. We don't have the resources for that, so I'm not going to open it just yet. Just need the energy matrix on those guys. Hover vessel. Do like the medic station on the vehicle. Not going to be able to afford that with the equipment we've got, but we will at some point. The 1x3, nothing fancy on that, so go ahead and unlock those. Harvester module. This guy's fun. He's pretty crazy. If we ever decide to dig out a mountain, we can do it with that guy. Do need the energy matrix. I'll leave him locked for now because we're not going to be able to afford him. That leaves us with 81. Go ahead and leave that for now. So, base. Medical needs optic fiber. What do we need for optic fiber? Silicon ingots. I do not see any silicon ingots at all. Okay, so between the next episode and the next, and so let's see. Let's continue. See how far we can get with this guy. 4 for the base. Constructor out. A lot more of these guys. 3. So again, the 3. 3. Oops. Wow. Careful there, guy. So we want the 3, and then that will start bringing it back down. Down, thank you. And then just so you can see what we're looking like, we'll pull out a few of these guys. Obviously we need okay, so come on. There we go. We just need the one in there, and then we can push it up against the side of it. Not a problem. And then this, and that. So that will be in all 4 directions. Oh. And then with the steel blocks, okay. 2, 3. Just trying to rush through to get this built real quick so you can see what I'm thinking. Here, and there. There. And that. That, and then we'll have the curved piece in the middle. And then 3. And you get the idea. So that's going to be the front end and the side. And then that'll give us plenty of, I'll have to change those back out to the storage. And that should give us plenty of storage, plenty of maneuverability around. I might have to change it around a little bit to get some engines in here, but that's the thought. But anyway, I definitely need to wrap this up. This one's gone a little long, but I'll have to pick some silicon and some other resources up off camera. So you guys have a great day, and let me know if there's any questions or anything that you guys have. I'll try to chase them down for you. And with that, YouTube, you guys just have a great day. Take it easy.